We allow a different culture into the West without even taking precautions. Look what happened in Cologne. These young Muslim men fought white women.
Not a selfie.
Yes, free against parole. Let's touch them. They won't mind. Let's touch them. They won't mind. The white.
That's it.
They fail to understand our culture. This is the danger that we are putting our women under. Not just the white women, any woman. There has been cases of Asian girls who also been abused. But overall, the majority of them were white girls.
Right.
They were all white girls.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Now, a paedophile does not see a race. When he sees a child, he does not target a child because of its race. A paedophile will target any child.
That's it.
But what happened here is beyond paedophilia. It was a targeted race. And they are shouting out for their racist stuff. The leftists need to get their act together.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah, brilliant, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Definitely. All right,
Okay. I really appreciate everyone here. I can see there's older people here, kids, women. And I want to thank the police officers here as well. Again, I do not want to tarnish every officer in India. There are some decent police officers, but there are corrupt police officers as well. It's those officers that need to be brought to justice. And we will carry on with this. There's a case happening in Oxford as well. 7 Muslim Pakistani men on trial. A friend of mine was talking to a friend of his, an imam, and he posed this question to him about the grooming, the rape. And this is what the imam said. This is what he said. I know these Muslim men, they are very nice men. They're not trouble. It was the white girls that led them on. This is the word from the imam. You may argue the point, that's only one imam. But you're talking to a person from the community, from the inside. And I'm telling you that this is the consensus of the community, that white girls are easy meat.
Loads of mosques.
But they don't matter.
Fuck the mosques.
So Pakistan, my Pakistani community, please don't fool the rest. Because we who have turned away from Islam will say otherwise. You speak to any person that's turned away from Islam, he will tell you the same story. You have to speak to the ones who have come from the inside. They say to you that you do not know what you're talking about. But they can't put that same argument against me, because I do know what I'm talking about.
Well said.
And I will say this to the Pakistani community. You can harm us, the ones that turn away from Islam. You can abuse us. You can hate us. You can attack us. But we will not return hate with a hate. We will always love you and forgive you. And that's the essence of humanity. Once I was talking to an individual on Facebook, a Muslim, and I was speaking to him on a chat line. And he asked me why I turned away from Islam. And I told him, I'm right, I said, this is why I turned away from Islam. And he felt really offended, and the hate came out of it.
Yeah, full of hate.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you can ask me a question, then expect an answer and don't react to it. If you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me. Anyway, he said the most vile things to me. That the things he liked to do was to my sister, to my mum. I had a choice there. I had a choice either to fuel the hate, or I had a choice to respond in an adult with humanity. I chose to act in the right way. And this is what I said to him. I said, you can say anything you want to my mum, to my sisters, to me. I forgive you, I love you. And guess what? It stopped. He didn't know how to handle that. You see, evil is not strong. Peace and love overcomes evil. Evil has no strength. As long as we stand in love and in peace, we are a stronger force.
Well said.
Well said,
Way!
Well said, mate.
As soon as we start exercising hate for the race, the Pakistani race, for the grooming, we become weak. Because my community is full of hate. Okay? And I encourage everyone here, do not respond in hate. Our strength is peace and love. As long as we stand on those grounds, we got a voice. Thank you.
Way!
Mohammed, thank you very much. I think we all take that message and consider it very seriously. I think, my name is Magnus Nielsen, by the way. I do know many of you, but possibly not all, so quite likely many of you don't actually know who I am. I am a candidate, or was a candidate, for Hampstead and Kilburn on 3 occasions for the United Kingdom Independence Party. And having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I should make it clear that I'm no longer a member of the United Kingdom Independence Party. I was actually expelled from the party for having come up and spoken on a Maria's platform, on a platform very much like this, when I said that Islam was at war with Britain, and that got me into a lot of trouble with the hierarchy of UKIP. They said it wasn't particularly politically correct, and they terminated my membership. Well, all I can say is that UKIP is one less of a potential candidate. Now, I haven't come here to make a political speech. You have to carry on deciding who you're going to vote for and how you're going to vote for in this referendum. That's between you and your conscience. All I can say is that
Out!
I'm going to vote out. I would just up to you. It's entirely up to you. I haven't come here to I'm going to carry on supporting the UK Independence Party and my friends in that party, but you have to make your own choice. So I said that we were actually at war with Islam, and am I sorry for saying that?
No! No!
And it's not a war that we have actually chosen to be in. Islam is at war with us, because Islam is at war with unbelief throughout the world, and it has been for the past 1400 years.
Well said.
There are waves of Islamic conquest. It started off with Muhammad sweeping over the Christian Middle East, and then into places like Persia and India and destroying Hindu civilization, and then going into Africa and taking Africans as slaves and starting up in... Did you know there was another slave trade? The British didn't have a monopoly on the slave trade. The Muslims had a slave trade in Africa going back hundreds of years before the British arrived. It was the British, by the way, who put an end to that, and that is not something which is taught in our schools, and it's something which very well ought to be. So what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment we're in a war, but it's an ideological war, and if we're going to defeat Islam, we have to defeat it on an ideological level. We need a strategy, and at the present moment our government does not have a strategy for dealing with Islam. So what we have to do is create our own strategy, and the strategy is very simple. We tell the truth about Islam. We tell, and particularly, we tell the truth about this appalling man called Muhammad and what he did to people and how he behaved. Because we have the truth on our side. And what's more, ladies and gentlemen, as long as we behave with, work within the law and stay within the law, we'll have justice on our side. And I don't care the fact that there aren't thousands of people here yet, although there will be in due course. Numbers, as I say, aren't important. We have two things on our side. We have truth and we have justice, and they are our allies. And as long as we carry on, we are going, this movement will grow. What we do is we tell the truth about Muhammad, his behaviour, the fact that these unfortunate Muslims went around raping little girls in this town. That's because the devout Muslims, real Muslims, were actually following the orders of this grisly, this barbarian who lived 1400 years ago. And it's only until we can actually get that sorted out, until we actually kick Muhammad in the nuts at every single possible opportunity, that that we will actually deal with this matter. Don't forget that Islam is actually failing. Islam is having terrible, terrible problems throughout the world. It's clashing with modernity. And there are people, as I say, all over throughout the Muslim world. I'm quite surprised the number of people who are coming out of Muslim saying, we don't want to be Muslim anymore. And Muhammad has come here, and he's come here, at risk of his life and limb, to come and support us. We have to support this man, because we have
definitely.
to support the fact that there's not just this one individual, there are hundreds, there are thousands around this country. Right? So we have to work for the program of Muslim emancipation, and once we do that, Islam will be on its way out. I dare say there'll always be a few people, and I dare say it'll be studied in universities. That's the best way you should keep it. So what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, remember that despite all the things that they've tried to put out, we are a great nation, and we have had an honourable tradition in this nation of defeating slavery. And our parents, our grandparents, even our great-grandparents stood up in the face of the threat of Nazi aggression in order to hand our freedoms down to us, ladies and gentlemen. That gives us a duty, not only for us, but for our children and for our grandchildren and for our great-grandchildren, that we can hand those freedoms on to them. Congratulations.
Well, you've had a bit of cultural enlightenment there from some good speakers, and then you know this all part. Muhammad said there's a fine line between hatred and anger. I'll ask you a straight question. Are you angry?
Yes!
Are you angry?
Yes!
No, I'm bloody angry. Professor J said a conservative figure of 1,400 kids over a 10-year period were sexually groomed, raped, trafficked and abused in many other ways are too graphic to talk about. Where's the justice? Does anybody see any justice yet? No! I see a few people reluctantly dragged before the courts. Now a lot of what I've had to say, or wanted to say today, has been covered by more eloquent speakers than me. So I'm going to fall back on something I said 18 months ago in another lifetime in Manchester. Because grooming is not just unique to this town, it's unique all over the country. There is 40 individual police investigations going on into grooming gangs all over this country, from Newcastle to London and Farnfield. You don't hear about it, it's quieting down. But 18 months ago, it wasn't a speech I made, it was more of an appeal. And I'm going to revamp that just a little bit, not all of it, because it was quite a long drawn out thing. And it's something that no man has the right to ask a woman. But I'll ask them. Because this hasn't been going on for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years at least, all over the United Kingdom and farther afield. But in the United Kingdom, the figures could be as high, and take this one, up to 1 million children, young women, sexually abused by this cult that needs squashing and needs squashing immediately.
Hey!
The appeal I made 18 months ago was that women, and this is why I say no man has the right, but I'm going to anyway, women who were abused 30 years ago, 20 years ago, no matter how long, you have it in your power to go a long way to stopping this. Now I know a lot of you have moved on in your lives and built good lives for yourselves and managed to put this behind you. Many, many more haven't. They're still suffering drug addiction and psychological problems because of what happened to probably will for the remainder of their lives. That's not counting those who have committed suicide who we'll never know about. I want them women, please, draw on your own courage. Because there's nothing stronger than a woman when she decides to make her mind up. God, I know that will go stronger than a woman. Walk into a police station tomorrow morning, or in the near future, and name and shame them animals that abuse you. Because they're still here. They're still in the community. Some of them young Muslim men have now moved on, or elders within their chapel of rest, or whatever you want to call it. Police officers who turn a blind eye because they do what is called racist have moved up the ranks Many have come into gold-plated pensions and moved on. Social workers who turn a blind eye. But mostly left-wing councils who actively tried very hard to bury the evidence and make the victims into the enemy.
Well said.
Go in, name them, shame them, let them know what their communities, or let their communities know what they were and what some probably still are. Destroy their lives like they destroyed yours.
Way. Well said, Joe.
I'm not a religious man. But someone said to me a few days ago, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. No, it's not. It's yours. You are the people that were hurt. You are the people that were abused. You are the people who are still living with the consequences. Try and get it stopped. Because only when them people who turn a blind eye get dragged through the courts, even at this late date, and lose their reputations, lose their pensions, and hopefully go to prison, will them that are coming up behind them in the same jobs say, shit, there's consequences to turning the blind eye. Sorry, goodness for. But I get rather upset and passive. Only then might we see some kind of inroad into stopping this. Ladies and gentlemen, your friends at Pegida, your friends of mine, I love you all to death. God bless us all for telling you.
I just want to make an appeal, a heartfelt appeal, that our girls across the country right now are still being groomed, and they are afraid to speak out. They don't trust the police either, understandably. I want to make a direct appeal to those girls. If you're afraid of the Pakistani men who have threatened you and told you that if you speak out, we will kill you or burn you alive, please get in touch with me. Get in touch with me through Pegida. If you're afraid to speak out to the police, come and approach me. I care. I care for any raped victim, whether they're white, black, Asian,
Well
whatever.
said. Well said.
Rape is nothing more than a hideous crime. But to rape a child is beyond humanity. It's evil beyond evil. And I want to encourage those girls, please, to get in touch with me. Tommy is often called a racist. He's still here, right? Right, this is Tommy.